Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger.
Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to compare two bank-based stockbrokers, Yes Securities with Kotak Securities. Obviously, they come from Yes Bank and Kotak Bank. Now in this comparison, we will be talking about the company backgrounds, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage rates with example, exposure or leverage with details, research accuracy, performance of trading platforms and some other features so that you can figure out either Kotak Securities or Yes Securities is a suitable stockbroker for you. Let's get started. Starting with the company background, Yes Securities is relatively new. In the year 2013, it was launched, while Kotak Securities came into existence in the year 1994. They have presence across 1200 sub-brokers and franchise locations across India. That's a decent offline presence, while Yes Securities is still work in progress with around 50 locations across different parts of India. Both stockbrokers are members of Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. So certainly as far as the background of these brokers is concerned, Kotak Securities is much more richer from that perspective. Then if you look at the account opening charges, Yes Securities does not charge you anything for opening the trading or demat account with them. So entrance into the stock market, especially for a beginner that has some concerns on trust factor and looking forward to a bank-based stockbrokers, Yes Securities seems a suitable choice from the price perspective. However, there are many other aspects that we will cover in this video that you need to consider. When it comes to AMC, you have to pay annual maintenance charges every year. 500 rupees is something that Yes Securities charges. In case of Kotak, 750 rupees is the upfront amount that you need to pay for opening the trading account. 600 rupees is the AMC. So certainly, Yes Securities looks cheaper here. Now, when it comes to brokerage charges, they are bank-based stockbrokers. You can call them premium ones because they're going to charge you a specific percentage. Now, when they say percentage, it basically means the percentage of your trade value. Now, when the executive or the broker talks, they talk in the language and say that, well, we charge you for 15 paisa or 45 paisa. Well, 45 paisa actually implies 0.45 percentage of your trade value. For instance, if you trade for 1 lakh rupees, you need to pay them 450 rupees as brokerage charges. Now, these values look very expensive when you compare it with discount brokers who charge you 10 rupees per executed trade or 20 rupees per executed trade, irrespective of your size. Now, that's the main difference between the full service and discount brokers here. In this case, Yes Securities and Kotak Securities are almost similar. Yes Security charges you 0.45% for equity delivery. Kotak Securities does that same thing for 0.49. In other segments as well, you can see more or less there are similar equity options. There's a big difference where Kotak Security charges you 300 rupees per lot. It's super duper expensive. So if you want to pick, well, you can go ahead with Yes Securities, but we would suggest to you that you can also look at some other stockbrokers, specifically discount brokers, if pricing is one main criteria for your stockbroker selection. Then we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this concept, basically it's kind of a short-term loan offered by your stockbroker at a specific rate of interest. Now this interest can be in the range of 15, 16, 17, 22, 23% at max, but you have to negotiate with the executive while you are opening the account. Now in case of Yes Securities, you can trade up to 50,000 because they've got an exposure of up to 5 times. In case of Kotak, that value goes up to 15 times, implying that you can trade up to 1.5 lakh. In other segments as well, you can clearly see more or less they are similar. So you have to figure out whether you're looking to put your money into equity intraday and whether you want exposure in the first place. If you do, then Kotak Securities, yes, is the answer for you between these two stockbrokers. Otherwise, yes, you have other options for yourself. At the same time, we would like to mention that if you do not understand how exposure or leverage works, make sure that you first understand the way it works. If you don't do that, it's going to be a little risky and it actually can eat up your trading account capital. Moving ahead, let's talk about customer service. Now both are bank-based full-service stockbrokers, so it's going to be high expectations. Kotak Securities gives you email support, live chat, phone, toll-free number and offline branches. We discussed that initially. Yes Securities doesn't do live chat, otherwise they are present across other communication channels for you. When it comes to the quality part, Kotak Securities does a tad better job as compared to Yes Securities. However, there's not much of a difference. There is a marginal understanding when it comes to the turnaround time. Otherwise, you can pick either of these two stockbrokers when it comes to customer service. Then we have research and trading products. For starting research, well, you have to perform your own analysis. They are bank-based stockbrokers, and that is one difference that takes it away from mainstream brokers. Yes, they do provide all kinds of tips, recommendations, research, and reports for you. But when it comes to accuracy part, it's advised that you perform your own technical or fundamental analysis in parallel and make sure that you keep an eye on what they are bringing in terms of value. Once you get a confidence that yes, you can trust either of these stockbrokers for your research, you can pick and choose. But till then, make sure that you perform something at your end too. Trading segments, well, you can trade across equity, mutual funds, IPOs, and currency. You can see that commodity is missing here. You cannot put your money into commodity segment if you're a client of Yes Securities or Kotak Securities in this ecosystem. So then we have some other features here. It really depends on the point whether you want these features in the first place. If you do, then you have to make sure that you keep a close eye on what specific feature you're looking at, whether either of these stockbrokers provide that. For instance, automated trading is not provided by either of these two. This kind of a feature is specifically provided by some set of stockbrokers such as Angel Broking or Reliance Securities. They do that, but Yes Securities and Kotak Securities don't really provide you automated trading. So you have to be very specific and very sure on what kind of expectations you have from your stockbroker. Now we'll spend some time talking about the trading platforms. That is a very important and crucial aspect of selecting a particular stockbroker. We'll start with the mobile app, and for that we need to check out digitalblogger.com. So again, we're starting with the mobile app of Yes Securities. Now it has got some features. It's not exhaustive by any means. The application has a lot of concerns. Honestly, the UI is a problem. It's very primitive in nature. Number of features, as we discussed, are limited. You can't really perform your technical fundamental analysis very easily here. Fund transfer feature is not available. So if you want to transfer your funds, either you have to use the back office or the other trading applications provided by the stockbroker. If you look at the stats here, number of installs 5,000 to 10,000. Application is pretty heavy at 23 MB. Negative percentage is 33.5. So satisfaction score is around 66.5%, very below than the industry average. Last update frequency, if we see that it is around 1.5 years. Again, a big problem. So number wise or the feedback wise from the client point of view, certainly not a recommendable mobile app by any means whatsoever. Then there are other trading applications offered by Yes Securities. There is Yes Securities Web. Now this application is responsive in nature. That basically means that you can use it across any device whatsoever, be it a desktop, computer, laptop, mobile, or a tablet. It's not going to be a problem in your user experience. At the same time, you don't really need to download or install anything. Directly go to a specific browser of your choice, put in the link, and you can start trading from there. This is the way it looks like. And then we have some terminal-based solutions as well, but those are third-party applications. It also provides you Nest, but you have to make sure that you talk to the executive and understand whether they ask for a specific payment which is separate in nature for usage of that trading platform, which is third party nature. Be very, very sure, because there could be hidden charges, and once you realize it, well, they already made the invoice for you and you're going to pay for that. Now you have to be very, very cautious in that. Now let's talk about the ones offered by Kotak Securities. So Kotak Securities gives you a browser based terminal application. Number of features in this case are pretty exhaustive. It gives a decent speed and performance. User experience is a little problem here, but still it's better than the one provided by Yes Securities. This is an Extralite version. Basically, if you're living in a smaller city, third tier or a fourth tier city or a village, then you can use Kotak Securities Extralite. Now this application, well, basically does not require high internet connection bandwidth. It works at a normal pace, but at the same time you can't really have huge expectations in terms of speed, performance, or number of features. It's a very basic level feature, or basic level software for trading, but it will allow you to trade and place your orders on the stock market. Then we have Keyed Pro X. Now this is one of the most mature trading applications. This is a terminal based application. That basically means you are required to download and install this application onto your computer and laptop. Number of features are exhaustive. It gives you different types of indicators, multiple types of charts, then there are heat maps and stuff like that. So it's going to be a smooth ride. It's suitable for intermediate to heavy level traders. If you're a beginner, then it's going to be a little difficult initially to use this application for yourself. Then there is Fast Lane. It's very, again, similar to what Extralite does. So in terms of quantity, as you can see, there are multiple types of stock trading platforms offered by this bank-based stockbroker here. Then this is Kotak Stock Trader. Now this is application that can be worked on a mobile, gives you multiple types of features. Speed and performance is also good, but there are concerns with specific features. For instance, you want to manage your portfolio, there are going to be concerns. There are going to be concerns at the login level at times. The app does not hang so much, but if there is a huge traffic, let's say there's a huge movement in the stock market, at that particular point in time you might face some sort of freezing happening on this mobile application. Otherwise, application is good. Number of installs 1 to 5 lakh, 54 MB. Well, this can be cut down. 15% is the negative percentage of feedback. Overall satisfaction score in this case is around 85%. So certainly the application looks good and way better than the one provided by Yes Securities. So certainly when it comes to trading platforms, Kotak Securities has made sure that they keep decent quality with the reasonable number of quality of their trading platforms. So let's get back to the presentation. So that's it as far as comparison between these two bank-based stockbrokers, Yes Securities and Kotak Securities, is concerned. We have talked about multiple features here, starting from company background, pricing, exposure, service, trading products, trading platforms, research. Now you have to see what you want, and basically from there you can make a choice for yourself. However, if you want some sort of suggestion, some sort of advice from our end, you can use this link, digitalblogger.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details and your requirements, and we will send out the details of a stockbroker that matches exactly with your expectations. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, SlideShare and YouTube with the same handle, Digital Blogger, where we post content on a regular basis. Thank you so much again for watching this video. Bye-bye.